Alright, welcome back to the channel, Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at this week's Sunday preview. And Happy New Year 2023. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. So we have the Sunday preview for the 1st of January 2023. Celebrate the new year with the Arks of Omen, Battleforces, and the Horus Heresy. Happy New Year, everybody. With 2022 over and a new journey around the sun beginning, we thought this would be a great time to take a break and not release any new miniatures for a while. Nah, just kidding. It's the 1st of January and there's already loads to talk about, which will be available to pre-order next week. Plus, they already just took a few weeks off at the end of the year. First up is the start of the latest narrative arc. We mean ARC, not ARK. That will shape the future of the Warhammer 40,000 universe. Arks of Omen is here, in the form of a book, one in the series, Abaddon. So pretty cool looking cover right here. Obviously see a regular cover and a special or limited edition as well. Arks of Omen Abaddon kicks off a new story with a team up between Eponymous, Despoiler, and the new demon on the block, Vashtor the Arcfane. As well as spinning an epic yarn, Arks of Omen Abaddon lets you take part in the saga of the battle fleets by introducing rules and missions for boarding actions. A whole new way to play Warhammer 40,000, offering fast-paced games set within the confines of a Voidcraft, Space Hulks, and orbital stations. Of course, to play games in a spaceship, you'll first need a spaceship, or at least the board's worth of spaceship terrain. Such are the components of the Boarding Actions terrain set. This set contains 2 sturdy double-sided gaming boards and 68 pieces of massively modular terrain, which can be used for the Boarding Actions missions in the Arks of Omen series. So we have obviously seen this previewed already, and essentially what this is, you can kind of see where the 2 boards come together here in the middle. Basically, it is just 2 of the Kill Team boards for the new edition of Kill Team. 2 of those put right up next to each other, and then you have 1 set of terrain and a second set of terrain. So if you have already purchased Into the Dark and Shadow Vault, you already have 2 sets of the terrain. You have the board, so you're pretty much good to go for Arks of Omen, with the exception of the rules and models, etc. If you're coming in fresh for this, you're basically doing the equivalence of just buying 2 sets of that terrain. So there's definitely alternate options out there for picking this up, acquiring this. You may already have it, and you may be able to get it for a substantial discount over retail price when this product does come out. Obviously, we'll have to wait and see, but all of this is currently available so far in this box set. Fans of larger games also have something to look forward to in the chapter-approved Arks of Omen Grand Tournament Mission Pack. This is the complete guide to match play for the first half of 2023, with revised tournament missions, new and updated secondary objectives for every faction, and a brand new detachment that gives players much more flexibility when building their armies. So far what we looked at was all for Arks of Omen specifically, which is a different way to play Warhammer 40k with completely different rules, different limitations, etc. This right here is the chapter approved Grand Mission Pack, which will essentially be this 2023 year, or at least the first 6 months of it. Rules, missions, everything to actually play just regular 40k. So this for regular 40k players who want to stay competitive or stay up with the current rule set, you know, the secondaries, all that good stuff. This is the book that you absolutely need. Will not complain the points though. The points will be available separately for free according to Games Workshop. It's important to note also, this book, last time this chapter approved, sold out extremely quickly and was very, very difficult to get after that point. So if you are interested in this, I don't normally want to like FOMO people into products or anything, but if you want this, I would not recommend messing around. I would definitely pick it up right away. I don't know, maybe this time that's not going to happen again, but there was a lot of people that were excited to pick this up that were unable to get the last season's version without having to pay a premium or, you know, putting in a little extra legwork. So worth noting. If you want to muster a fresh army to take advantage of the Arks of Omen detachment, there are also 4 new Adeptus Astartes battle forces that'll give you a great starting point, or help you expand on your army with loads of models and chapter-themed upgrades. The Scions of Macragge Battleforce box features 2 of the greatest heroes of the Ultramarines, alongside the solid core of Codex-compliant collection in the form of Intercessors, Hellblasters, and Blade Guard veterans. So I have done a breakdown on these new Battleforce boxes that are coming for the Space Marines. So far 2 of them are out. The other 2 will be coming in the next couple of days as well. And that breaks down the total points, what I would add to expand or what I would want to go along with the Battleforce itself, and then also total value, what you save over retail. The White Scar's Battleforce is a storm of Chogoris. Perfect for fast attack fanatics with a Primaris Chaplain on bike joined by 2 squads of Outriders and a pair of Invader ATVs, plus Corsaro Khan and his adorable bird pal. Alright, so that is the White Scars. On the other end of the scale are the Iron Hands, whose March of Iron strike force teams up with the hulking Redemptor Dreadnoughts with 10 Intercessors, a Primaris Tech Marine, and Iron Father Pharaohs. Just in general, anytime you have 2 Redemptor Dreadnoughts, pretty good starting force in my opinion. And then finally we have the Salamanders. Warforged Strike Force is great for fans of infantry assault, not to mention Flamers, Meltas with 20 Intercessors and 3 Eradicators, 3 Aggressors, and Adrex Agaton to oversee them all. So you can get my honest opinion on these box sets, the breakdown, the value, all that good stuff in those other videos. Not going to go into that here. Each of the Battleforce sets will give you a strong start for a Space Marine army, tailored to the way you want to play. You can also add to each of these collections with the latest collection of Space Marine Heroes, which features 6 different Space Marines to collect, packed in blind bags. Try your luck and see what Blood Angels Battle Brother you receive. Or buy a box and get all 6 with 2 extras. They can be painted as any chapter and can be built with a choice of helmet or bare head. So important note there are 6 figures in the set. They're randomly packaged, so you don't know which figure is in each package. But if you buy the starter box, it has 8 packages, and it guarantees you at least 1 of each of the 6, and then you just get 2 random duplicates. For the more traitorous among you, a set of Black Legion dice are also on the way, containing 5 dice in 2-tone swirly black and golden pips, sporting the effortlessly ironic eye of Horus Sigil in the place of the 6. So gotta say, these are cool. I like the swirl idea of the dice. But again, same issue Games Workshop consistently has with these dice. They look terrible because they don't contrast the pips from the actual dice itself. So if you're trying to look at these, read these, roll these on the table, it's going to be very unclear what you're rolling, in my opinion, at first glance. Also, worth note on these dice, there are only 15 dice in the set. Every other set of dice we have ever seen was 20 or 18 or 16. Now we're down to 15, ladies and gentlemen. So shrinkflation in full effect. Congratulations, Games Workshop, on making arguably your worst deal that you offer, your dice, even more expensive and less appealing. So obviously a mistake in my opinion. And now a quick message from this week's sponsor. This video is sponsored by CMOgames.com, where you can get 15% off most Games Workshop pre-orders, and they go live right at midnight Saturday mornings. CMOgames.com offers free shipping on orders over $25 in the US 48, and most orders ship within 24 hours. CMOgames.com has been selling Games Workshop products online for more than 20 years, and customer service is their top priority. CMOgames.com carries the full line of Games Workshop products, including 40k, Age of Sigmar, Kill Team, warcry, paints, hobbies, and tools. Visit CMOgames.com using the affiliate link in the description below so they know you heard about CMOgames.com from Warhammer Man Studios. Now, back to the video. From the grim darkness of the far future to the equally grim darkness of the slightly nearer future, there are more Warhammer the Horus Heresy torsos and shoulder pads coming for loyalists and traitors alike. So we see some Forgeworld upgrade packs here. These have just been coming out consistently. Some of them very cool, some are mediocre at best. The Salamanders are getting a made-to-order set of 5 torsos for Mark III armor, bedecked in drake scales and flames. The Wordbearers torsos are designed for Mark IV armor and feature Colchisian ruins and lots of fluttering papers for you to inscribe very small prayers to the dark gods on. So these don't look too bad. A little unique there, coming from Forgeworld. Both legions also have shoulder pads, Mark II and Mark IV for the Salamanders, and Mark II and Mark III for the Wordbearers. These all include sculpted legion symbols to save you time as you expand your Horus Heresy armies. All of these resin accessories will be available to order from Friday the 6th of January until Monday the 16th of January before disappearing back into the archives. Make sure you outfit your armies while you can. So all this stuff made to order Forgeworld. Next we have Blood Bowl. In the world of Blood Bowl, a pair of truly classic star players are returning to the pitch after a long absence, sporting brand new models to boot. So these came out last week, and I'm not sure why they're re-featuring them again in this week's. Probably because no one bought them. But cool looking models, honestly. And some old classics reimagined. But again, Forgeworld, it's a pass for me and a lot of people. Nabla, Blackwart, and Scraposaurhead have been part of the Blood Bowl lore for decades, and their 90s models were the mainstay to many Orcs and Goblins teams. Now you can unleash their mayhem once again as Nabla's Chainsaw and Scrapa's Pogo Stick, yes really, are taken to the pitch once more. This mischievous pair can play for Badlands Brawl and Underworld's Challenge teams, and will sure to give your opponent a headache or a very close haircut in Nabla's case. Alright, so on to Black Library. The Scribes of the Black Library are also starting this year off with a bang, as a paperback of Mortis, Book 5 in the Siege of Terra series arrives, alongside a map of the Mercury Exultant kill zone it features in the novel. So we had the Mortis Siege of Terra book. Mortis, by the Horus Heresy veteran John French, sees Titans and their crews step to the forefront of the story as the traitor forces continue to break through the Imperial Palace defenses and close in on the beleaguered Loyalists. The map is a large-scale reproduction of the one found in the book, measuring 596mm by 420mm and printed on cotton. It comes in a faux leather wrap to keep it safe and lets you roll it out dramatically, like one of Rogaldorn's sub-commanders pointing out weak spots in the defenses. It's secured with a leather cord and a metal pendant featuring the sigil of the Titan Legions. So pretty cool overall. Limited, these things tend to sell out pretty quickly. Also coming next week is The Wrath of the Lost, a new tale of the Flesh Tearers by Chris Forrester, a force of the Savage Blood Angel successors, newly reinforced by Primary Space Marines, travel to the homeworld of Cretacia to discover what has befallen their brethren there. You'll be able to order this new novel in hardback, ebook, MP3, or audiobook editions. Alright, so we see some cool stuff coming this week. I think a lot of people are probably excited for the Arks Omen books and playing boarding actions. I think the idea of them is pretty cool. I like that Games Workshop has completely separated boarding actions from Warhammer 40k, so they are just two completely different things. This is not going to be something that convolutes the game for people that already play. It's just a different way to play a game. So you can pick that up or you can just pass on it. If you already have all the stuff, you can pick up the book and then you have all the stuff you need to play. Or again, you can just look the other way. But chapter approved, definitely excited for this. I will for sure be picking this up as well. I may even pick up boarding actions. I haven't actually decided yet. I think it's very unlikely I'll be playing it anytime soon, but still could be cool to check it out and everything. And if you haven't checked out the Space Marine Battleforce box breakdowns yet, highly recommend you have a look at those. 2 of those are already up. The other 2 will be coming in the next day or so. So keep an eye out for those. But honestly, lots of cool stuff coming out. We had a little pause there for the end of the year. And now some cool stuff to get started with 2023. And we know there's a ton of stuff that's already been previewed that's on the horizon that's going to be awesome as well. And then we have just one more slap in the face on the dice from Games Workshop. I suspect that these will stay the same price. And now it will just be 15 in a set instead of 16 or 18 or 20. Soon you will just get one big die and it will be the same price. And Games Workshop will make you thank them for that. So we see some cool stuff coming from Forgeworld. Definitely some exciting releases. A little something for probably most people here. So yeah, super excited to see where Chapter Approved takes this season of 40k. Looking forward to the Arks Omen Grand Tournament pack. The new secondaries are really exciting, and the new detachment as well. And honestly, can't wait to jump into 2023. Special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the video. And that's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and I'm out of here.